Hello and welcome to this new video tutorial of OpenCart Multi-Vendor Marketplace, and this is the part 2 of the already created video that I just published yesterday. For the part 1 we had completed up till the cross-sell section. So we just showed you the configuration settings under the marketplace, how to configure the different options that are there. So in today's video tutorial we'll be continuing further from the upsell section down till the last of the parts that we have within this particular multi-vendor marketplace by Webcool. So let's get ahead and let's see what different options are there to configure, and we'll be showing the same at the front end as well. So I've just logged into my OpenCart backend right now, and under the marketplace we've already completed the different features, and under the pro features we were talking about the cross-sell section in the last video. And in today's video let's go to the upsell section and let's see what different options are there to configure. And both of the cross-sell and the upsell options or the menu options would be available to the sellers at the web store front end, and it will allow those to add the upsell and the cross-sell products from their end under their own account panel. So in today's video we are just talking about the main configuration settings that the admin needs to configure regarding the upsell into the cross-sell section. So before I move forward, what I'll be doing is I'll just show you how this particular upsell and cross-sell sections get visible to the customers. So whenever the customers are at the web store front end and on the product page, they'll see a Superbar. So we have the setting for the Superbar as well, so we'll be showing you that as well in a moment from now. So let me take you to the front end. So here we are at the front end. Now let me go to our product page. So here we are on the product page, and as soon as I start scrolling, you can see a pop-up has come up on the bottom right hand side with the upsell and the cross-sell sections that we have. So tapping that up brings up the particular section. So this is the cross-sell section having the products, as you can see. So discounts are there. We have the available units, we have the bundle price for the products that the sellers have added from their end, and here you can also see the different options that we have. So let me go back to the product page, and similarly you can also access, the customers can also access the upsell products by tapping the upsell icon on the Superbar there, and you can see that we have the upsell product as well, like the MacBook is there. We have a countdown timer for that and the particular available units for this particular product for the upsell products. So basically the admin needs to configure both of these settings from the admin backend. So we'll be talking about these settings today, and as soon as you go to the upsell section, here you can see the upselling status. So basically you can enable or disable this particular upsell at the web store front end. So if you have enabled it, it would be available within the Superbar itself, otherwise it won't be available within the Superbar. And on the Superbar only the cross-sell products would be available, or the icon for the cross-sell products would be available. It depends upon whether you've enabled if you've enabled the cross-sell as well or not. So that was the enabling of this particular upsell section. Then we have the upsell applicable for example, so you want to set up the upsell for number of sellers, but particularly for some of the sellers you want that they should not be able to add the upselling products. So what you can do is you can choose except for within this section, within this drop down here, and you can choose for which sellers the upsell should not be applicable for. And if you want to disable it for all the sellers of the marketplace, then what you can do is you can choose no one here, and then you can save the configuration, and none of the sellers of the marketplace would be able to add their upsell products. So for now we'll select it as except for, and we have selected it as Peter Doe, so Peter Doe won't be able to add his upselling products. Apart from that, on the within the upselling section where the upsell products are visible, if the seller wants to display his for example, if the admin allows the text value for the upselling, then the applied text would be visible along with the products there. So if you want to enable the text value along with the upsell product, you can choose this option as a yes or enabled. Otherwise, you can disable the text value for the upselling. Similarly, you can set up the countdown, whether you want to display the countdown on the upselling products or not. Let me take you to the front end once. So here you can see that we have the available units, we have the countdown, we have the text. So if you want to disable this particular text that is visible to the customers, then what you need to do is you can choose this option as disabled, and you can save the particular configuration settings, and this is for the admin to make. So the admin can make these changes from the admin backend. And now let me refresh this page and let's see whether the text is visible or not within the upsell product. So I've just refreshed the page, and let me tap on the upsell product. So now you can see that the text is not the applicable text on the upsell product is not visible at the upsell section where we have all of these upsell products visible to the customers. So that's the main basic settings that the admin can do from the admin backend panel. So what I'll do is I'll just enable the text value for the upselling products. Then we have the countdown timer. Similarly, if you want to display it, you can display it. Else you want to disable it, you can disable it for the upsell products. So we have enabled it, and you can also set up the countdown timer for the marketplace sellers, and you can also disable it for them by choosing no one. And if you want to disable it for certain marketplace sellers, then you can choose the except for, and from here you can choose the seller for whom you want to disable the particular countdown timer for the upsell products. And lastly, we have the countdown syntax, basically how you want to display the countdown syntax on the upsell products. So we have, for now we have set it as days, hours, minutes and seconds. So days, then we hours, minutes and the seconds. So accordingly it's being displayed at the front end as well. So that was about the main control panel for the upsell section. We have enabled it, we have set up the text, the countdown and the countdown syntax. We can also set up the countdown syntax for 0 days. We can also set up basically the units that are available. For example, we have set the available units. So whatever the units have been set up by the sellers, accordingly the available units would be visible to the customer as well. And then we have the sale units applicable for. Similarly, you can set up the sales unit applicable for, basically whether the admin wants to allow the sale units to be displayed by certain sellers, then the admin can choose except for, and can choose the sellers for which the sales units are not applicable for, so they won't be able to set up their sale units. Else, if the admin wants to disable the sales units for all of the sellers of the marketplace, then the admin can select no one within this particular sales unit applicable for option. And lastly, we have the sales unit syntax. So here you can set up accordingly. So available units would display the units, available units for purchase, for example, for purchase. So accordingly you can set it up. So let me save this particular setting here, and let me take you to the front end now. So here you can see available 50 units for purchase, the same that I've just edited here in the admin backend panel. So accordingly the values get reflected within the upsell products or the cross sell products. However, if the admin has disabled it, then this section won't be available for the products of the sellers. So this was about the upsell section, and we have these settings here for the upsell products. So we have the upselling widgets, we have upselling listing, and under the upselling listing, basically upselling widgets, we have the title, the widget status, upselling widget, and we have the display type, the picture width and the height. We have the upselling details. So basically the upselling detail, for example, we set it as offers for you. This would be visible here at the top here, as you can see, offers for you. and you can set up the picture width and height. You can set up the title, marketplace upsell offers as we have set it up. So here you can see the marketplace upsell offers, and similarly you can enable or disable this particular widget that we can see at the front end. And you can set up how many basically how many products should be visible on the upselling widget. You can set it up from here, and you can set up the display type of the products as random or default as per your requirement there. And apart from that, we have an upselling listing. So from here the admin can check the upselling listing, basically the complete list of the products that are there within the upselling to which the sellers have added the products from the front end. So right now we have add link to the listing in the main menu. We have disabled it. We can enable it up. We can set up the menu link title, then the sort order, the bundles per page, and upselling details as well. So that was about the upselling listing. And lastly, we have the statistics and the tracking. From here the admin can check the name of the vendors, the parent products that they've added, the child products, at what date the upselling products have been added, the start and the end date, and the condition whether they are the upsell products or what they are. And the admin could also check the countdown and the available units for each of the products that the sellers have added from the web store front end. So that was about the upsell. Now let's go to the Superbar section, and here the admin would be able to set up the Superbar basically. So let me refresh the page, and this particular Superbar would be available on the product pages. Kindly note that. And from here the customers can opt for the upsell and the cross-sell product. So this is the Superbar that you can see, the small rectangular thing that you can see on the right hand side. So from here the admin can enable it. The admin can set up the width of this particular Superbar. The admin can choose the color of the Superbar. So according to the chosen color, the Superbar would be visible at the front end. The admin can also choose the design layout for the Superbar. The admin can choose the border color of the Superbar border style, whether it should be solid, dotted, inset, outside, groove, ridged. The Superbar button color, what it should be, the Superbar position, the Superbar visible time, for how many seconds the Superbar should be visible on the product page. The Superbar content refresh time can be set by the admin. So the products that are there within the Superbar, according to the set time limit here, the products would get updated. The Superbar struck time can be set up by the admin. The icon width and the height can be set up. So here you can see that the Superbar upsell icon has been set up. You can set up the icon for the Superbar. So let me show you that. Let me refresh this page once. And here's the Superbar. It's the purple color for the border that we have chosen. So here's the Superbar border color that I've chosen, the purple one. And similarly we have the upsell and the cross-sell icons, as you can see. So accordingly you can change these icons as per your own requirement, and you can set up the upsell tool, what we say is the tool tips as well. And according to your set upsell tooltip, it would be visible to the customers at the front end. So here you can see that the upsell is visible after I've hovered my mouse over the icon, and similarly for the cross-sell as well. So that was about the Superbar. Now let me go to the total cross-sell section, and from here the admin can enable or disable the total cross-sell section and can set up the sort alert for the same. Lastly, we have the price alerts, and here we have the alert products and the request. Under the alert products, the admin can see a complete list of the products for which the price alert has been enabled, and the admin can see the same here under this particular section. And under the request section, the admin can see the requests that have been made for the price request for the selected products, as you can see. So here the admin can see the quoted price and can see the customer type and the times the request has been generated for the price alert. So the admin can enable the price alerts on the product, and that way what happens is that the customers would be able to set up their own price for the product and can set the price alerts for the products. And whenever the product price reaches that price limit that has been set by the customers from the product page, the customers receive an email for the same. So it's an example here. I'll be showing you the same. So here we are, the customers can come to the price alert, can come to the product page, and here on the product page itself, as you can see on the right hand corner here, there's a price alert icon, and tapping that up brings up this section wherein the customers can provide a suggested price. They can set up the price and their particular currency, and they can submit the particular request for the price alert. And when the product price reaches that particular price alert that has been set by the customer receives an email, and accordingly the customer would be able to purchase the product at that price that the price alert was set up for. So that was about the alert product section and the requests that the customers have made from the front end for the different products that are there within the marketplace itself. And then we have the mapping, and here we have the attribute mapping and the option mapping. Let's go to the attribute mapping section, and then we'll be going to the what we say as the option mapping. So basically under the attribute mapping, the admin can map product attributes with the categories for the marketplace sellers. So whatever a seller adds a category in the product, the mapped attributes would appear accordingly. So to add a new category mapping, the admin can tap here on the add new mapping button, and from here the admin can select the category and the attributes for those particular categories. So for example, we have selected clothes, and for the clothes we have selected the attributes as 28 and 10XL, and we can say that particular category attribute mapping. And you can see that the clothes have been saved, the clothes category has been saved along with the attributes 28 and 10XL. So whenever a seller tries to add a product within the clothes section, he'll be having these two particular attributes to add to the product while adding that product to the clothes category. So from here the admin also added this particular mapping. So that was about the main, that's the attribute mapping that we have. And after the admin saves the particular mapping, the success message is also visible to the admin. Under the option mapping, here the admin can do a category and product option mapping basically, and apart from that the admin can add, delete and edit the created mappings. And to add a new mapping, the admin can tap here on the add button at the top and can select the categories accordingly, and can select the options that he wants to make available for the selected category in the above section. For example, we want to have the date, the color, the delivery time, and a file option for the clothes category. So we can map that up and we can save that up. So it would basically assign the options, that's the date, color and the delivery, and the file types for the clothes category. From here the admin can also edit this up. So that was much about the marketplace category option mapping that we have provided this option for. And now let's go to the sales section. Here we have basically three sub-menu options. One is the orders, then we have the income and the transactions. Under the orders section, the admin can see the orders that have been made for the marketplace products. A complete list of the orders would be visible. From here the admin can view the orders, change order status for each product, and can also add tracking number for each product, and can also add comments as required. Under the income section, the admin can basically check the income of the marketplace sellers and can pay them as well. There's also a filter option by which the admin can filter the income details of the sellers. So here we have this filter that we can see, and the admin can make the payment for the sellers by mass by tapping the mass pay by PayPal option. and accordingly he can make payout to the sellers as well, and he can do the same by tapping the pay, the amount that is visible for the respective seller. The admin can make a payment for that using the pay button as well. Under the transaction section, basically the admin would be able to check the transaction of all the marketplace sellers to maintain a record basically for himself. And if the payment is done through PayPal, then the admin has the option to print the invoice by click on the print button basically. And that's much about the marketplace transaction section. So all of the transactions that the admin has made are visible here, and accordingly the admin can check the details of the particular transactions that he has made for the marketplace sellers. Now coming to the review section, we have seller reviews and the seller review fields. And for the seller reviews, under here the admin can view the reviews of the sellers that have been made. And apart from that, the admin can edit, delete and add the reviews for the sellers as well. And after clicking on the add button, the admin can select a customer name. That's an auto select. The admin can select a customer name, can enter the text for the can select the seller, can select the customer first, then the seller, then can add the text or the review for the particular seller, can choose the value and the price, and can choose this particular review as enabled or disabled, and can tap the save button to save this particular review. So that was about the seller reviews. So here the admin can manage the seller reviews accordingly, and under the seller review fields, the admin can add the admin can manage the marketplace seller review fields, and can add and delete the seller review fields as well. So basically there are already two fields, value and price, as you can see here. So we already have two fields here. To create a new field for the seller review, we can tap the add button, and from here we can type in the field name like service. We can set up service, we can set the option as enabled or disabled, we can tap the save button, and the particular service option would be visible here. And the seller review fields can be added by the admin in the same way. So if you want to add more fields for the seller reviews, you can add them under this seller review section. Then we have the shipping option. Here basically the admin can view the marketplace sellers shipping information. The admin can also filter the shipping details using the customer name, zip to, price, shipping country, zip from, weight to and weight from options that we have provided here, as you can see at the top, and much more. And the default shipping method that comes with the marketplace is the marketplace custom shipping. In this method, the admin can choose any of the three shipping method types, that is the flat, metric based and the mixed shipping. And the sellers can then easily set up their flat rate to use and can choose a CSV file to set up the matrix or the table rate for their particular products. And event based shipping and priority based shipping options are also available to the sellers and the admin. So you can check our blog for more details regarding that. And apart from that, here you can see that we can see the admin set up what we say the shipping and the seller type as well. So all of the marketplace shippings are visible under this particular option. Then we have the mail section, and under the mail section the admin can create or delete the mail messages for the default conditions of the marketplace. So here we have already created a number of default ones that can be or that are basically used to send the particular mails, like the transaction mail to the seller, approved seller product mail, when done manually by the admin, seller add product, whenever a seller adds a product, at that time he gets a thank you email for adding his product, and similarly the other mails as well. So under the mail section, basically the admin can create and delete the mail message for the default conditions within the marketplace itself. For the notifications section, the admin can click the basically the notification icon to view the marketplace notifications about the recent orders, products and the seller orders. So for example, I'll show you the particular things that we have just spoken about in today's and the previous videos in the coming video. So in the coming video we'll be showing you the front end of the marketplace, and we'll be showing you all of these features being implemented at the front end as well. So basically we have the order tab, we have the product type, and we have the seller type. From here the admin can check the different notifications that are there, and the admin can filter the notifications accordingly. For example, I've chosen the all notification. If I want only the complete order notifications, then I can type the complete checkbox here, and that would display the complete order notifications. So I've checked it. So here you can see only the complete order notifications are visible to the admin. And similarly for the product, whether the products have been approved and the rest of the details for the products, the notifications are visible to the admin. And regarding the sellers, all the notifications are visible here to the admin. So under the notifications, the admin can check all of the particular notifications for the marketplace itself. Under the information section here, the admin can check the information regarding the marketplace sellers. So before we go forward, I'll just show you how where these notifications would be visible to the admin. This is the notification section. Apart from that, from here, the marketplace icon, as you can see with the notification icon, you can tap that up, and here we have the orders, products, and the sellers. And accordingly the admin can directly view the latest notifications that are there for the order, products, and the sellers of the marketplace. Otherwise, we'll tap the view all button to view all of those particular notifications. Else you can navigate to the marketplace section, then the notification section, to check these particular notifications. Now we have the information section, and under this particular section the admin can check the marketplace sellers information. So whenever any seller of the marketplace adds the information under their own account panel, only then that seller gets listed here, and the admin can check and edit this particular seller's information. So whatever the information that has been added would be visible here, and the admin can choose a seller to check the particular information that the seller has added. And the admin can also what we see as can update the seller's information by choosing the seller for the particular information title. And from here the admin can also approve or disapprove the particular seller who has updated his particular information. And lastly we have the custom fields, and here under the custom fields the admin will be able to add and delete the custom fields, and the admin can add more information fields at the product pages for the customers basically. So from here the admin can choose to add more custom fields for the product that are visible on the product page itself, and can choose whether it should be for the seller or not. The field type can be chosen, whether it's a date to time, text, or a text area. It's a radio option, a checkbox, or a selection option. And we've already added one like the used condition. Select type as yes for the product. So now I've just edited this particular custom field. So the field name we have set it as used condition. We have set up the description for this particular field, whether it's required and whether it's for the sellers to choose for or not. Then we have selected the field type as selection. So here we have given a number of options like brand new, old, used, good, and acceptable, and accordingly the customers can choose one of the options from the custom fields like for the used condition of that particular product, and can try and view the particular product with the applicable fields. So that was much about the options that we provided within the that was much about the options that we have provided within the OpenCart Multi-Vendor Marketplace by Webpool, and we've gone through all of these options that we have here to configure. So in the coming video I'll be taking you through the web store front end, and we'll be showing you how the sellers would be able to basically register themselves at the marketplace, how they can set up their products, their shipping, and how the customers would be able to make a purchase within the marketplace, how the customers would be able to purchase multiple seller products at the same time, and much more. So for today's video tutorial, that was much, and I hope it helped you out. And if you have any questions or queries regarding this particular extension, then you can always get back to us at support@webcool.com, or you may raise a ticket at webcool.uvidesk.com. Thanks for watching this video. Have a great day ahead.